For ACUSports.com, I'm Grant Boone here with Julie Goodenough. Her team tonight gets its 20th win of the season, 67-50 over Texas Women's. Coach, it wasn't necessarily a thing of beauty, but boy, the final score sure was good. And you guys did some really good things.
Yeah, it was a tough struggle. I thought Texas Women's did a great job. They came in and played real physical with us. We just didn't have our legs tonight to hit three-point shots and had to kind of revamp what we do offensively. But I thought our players really responded well in the second half and really tried to get the ball inside to the post, tried to drive and get layups, get to the free throw line. So I was proud of our players for responding in the second half. But I give a lot of credit to Texas Women's. I thought Coach Gilson and her staff had them really ready to play. They came out, ready to take something away from us. I think they did a great job on us tonight. They've
missed one of the players they were counting on, Amanda Mason. All season, she's barely played. You get her sister next year, right? Alexis Mason.
We're excited about Alexis.
That's
absolutely.
Right. And they've played better than their 6-17 record.
Oh, absolutely. Just in the last week and a half, just the stretch of games they've had have been just heartbreakers. Mm-hmm. They lost in overtime at home to Eastern, lost by 2 to WT at home, and lost a really close game on the road at Tarleton. So they're playing really well. They mirror our men a little bit.
They thought the same thing.
They're a scary team. I think they could probably compete and beat anybody in the league if you catch them on the right night. So, Coach Gilson, though, she's not going to let them quit. She's one of the greatest competitors I've ever coached, and I know they are really taking on her personality, and they're going to keep playing really hard.
It was a special night. Before the game, you were presented with the jersey that had the numbers 300 and Wildcats above it to signify your 300th career victory. And it was special because Coach Gilson was one of your players at Hardin-Simmons, and you had a lot of Hardin-Simmons folks in the stands tonight.
Yeah, Coach Gilson was a big part of those wins throughout my career. I mean, she was with me at Oklahoma State and Charleston Southern as well, so she enjoyed a lot of those wins too. But it was overwhelming, I think, before the game. I was a little bit blindsided, like someone said a back screen and none of my teammates called it out. Jared, I appreciated at the ACU Athletic Department doing that for me, and the jersey was phenomenal. And then my buddies from Hardin-Simmons were there, and they kind of got me emotional, got me a little bit teary-eyed to see them. Those are like brothers to me. They helped me grow up over at Hardin-Simmons, so it was really a special night. And then to have Coach Gilson in the building, and we had other Hardin-Simmons fans here just because we were playing each other. So a neat night. Really proud of our players. I thought we played pretty ugly at times, but one of our big keys tonight was to rebound, to get defensive stops and get rebounds. And especially in the second half, I thought that they were very intentional about going after defensive rebounds and stopping Texas Women's from having multiple possessions.
And you out-rebounded Texas Women's 51-29 on the game, and now you get to go back and root for Gilson for the rest of the year, right? You can cheer her on.
I've been cheering her on all season long, except when we played them.
And just one last thought about Incarnate Word. You get a week and a day off before you go down to San Antonio for what should be a really good game.
Yeah, it'll be a tough battle. It'll probably be a game that comes down to the last possession or so. So I think it is to our advantage that we have a little bit of time to prepare for that. We're going to take tomorrow off, well-deserved day off. We've got a lot of sickness and aches and pains, so we need to take advantage of, not having to jump right back in and play a game on Saturday. So, we need to take the time and, really use that to recover.
Last thing, the 20-win mark in college basketball, men's and women's, is kind of a magic number. I know you've had a lot of wins you hope still out there, but that's still an accomplishment. First time since 2005 that an ACU women's team has won 20.
Well, and at the D2 level, we're only allowed 26 games, so that is, it's tough to accomplish that. And, I've just been blessed all year with this group of young ladies that I have the privilege of inheriting. And, I think sometimes they still look at me like I'm kind of a crazy woman for some of the things that we do in practice and things I say to them.
They do, you're right. They tell me that.
They think I'm crazy. But they have responded really well, and that's not always the case when you take over a program. So I love them, and I appreciate the work and just the effort that they're putting into this season.
Wildcats stay in first place in the Lone Star Conference, 15-3. The regional rankings, the first ones of the season, come out on Wednesday, and you can find those out right here on ACUSports.com. For Coach Julie Goodenough, I'm Grant Boone.